Are you still there, dwelling on the past, thinking you were the problem, waiting for her to miss you while you do nothing to change? Come on, man. That pity phase is over. Do you want her to wonder why she let you go? Then stop living on replay and start building a version of yourself that even you respect. Because the truth is, if you don't value yourself, no one will. And no, she's not going to regret it just because you're out there suffering. She'll feel the impact when she realizes you've transformed into someone she'll never be able to have again. This video is for you, who's tired of wasting time waiting for her recognition. I'll show you how to turn things around in a way that leaves no room for regret. Want to know how to become the guy she'll never forget? Then stop making excuses and pay attention, because if you stick around till the end, you'll leave here with the secret weapon to turn the tables. Before we continue, let me remind you this video only made it to you because someone who's not lazy liked and subscribed. Don't be that guy who just watches and vanishes. Comment gratitude down below, because the algorithm needs to see that this message is a wake-up call that others also need. Now, no more delays, let's get to it. Number 1, why doesn't she miss you? Do you know why she doesn't really miss you? Because you, my friend, got comfortable. And I know it hurts to hear this, but if you want the cold, hard truth, it's time to realize that staying there, with the same routine, same attitude, won't trigger anything in her but boredom. The reality is that waiting for someone to regret without any change on your part is like planting a tree in barren soil. You can wait as long as you want. Nothing will grow. The problem is that, often, you're still looking at the past as if it reflects your current worth. But guess what? That mirror is broken, distorted. While you keep replaying the same memories, thinking that some missed detail will change everything, she's already moved on, because you haven't changed anything to make her take a second look. Why does this happen? Because it's easier to stay in that comfort zone, convincing yourself that it's her fault, or destiny, or anything but your own actions. Here's some news. The comfort zone is the dullest place there is, and while you're sinking into nostalgia, the chance of her noticing you shrinks day by day. If you want her to miss you, you need to become someone who's worth missing, and that won't happen without a radical change. It's time to stop looking back and start focusing on what truly matters, building a future that's impossible to ignore. Number 2, free yourself from emotional chains. If you've already understood that the past no longer defines anything, it's time to cut the chains. And by chains, I mean everything that still ties you to what was. Maybe you're still stalking her social media, looking for signs of regret, or hoping that at some point she realizes she lost someone irreplaceable. But guess what? Every second you waste on this is a step backward. Social media. Stop wasting energy watching what she does or doesn't do. It only fuels a fantasy, the illusion that if you observe enough, you'll find the sign you were waiting for. Mutual friends? Keep a healthy distance. Anything that makes you revisit the past only delays your evolution. Because while you're busy with what she's doing, you're forgetting to focus on what you should be doing. True detachment means redefining your focus. All the energy you use analyzing every detail about her needs to be redirected to your own life. Start investing in your development, your goals, your dreams. You can't change the past, but you can start now to build something new and much more solid. So from now on, no more checking her social media, talking to mutual friends about her life, or anything that keeps you attached to the illusion of a possible return. If you want transformation, you'll get it, but it starts with a definitive cut from what's behind. Number 3, building a new identity. Now that you've let go of those chains, it's time to create a version of yourself that will make anyone, including her, raise an eyebrow and notice that you've really changed. And this isn't just about appearance or impressing people. It's about discovering and building a new identity that has substance, something that truly means something to you. Start exploring things you always wanted to do but never had the courage for, whether out of fear of what others would think or, who knows, just plain comfort. Have the urge to learn something new. Try a sport, a language, or an instrument. Invest in what will enrich your life and expand your horizons. Because the truth is, the more you engage in new interests, the more you stand out from your old self. The idea here is to step completely out of the box you put yourself in the past, because that's the version of you she knew, and that's precisely the version she deemed expendable. Let's change that. The more you become a man with his own life, with new challenges, new skills, and an open mind, the more you become someone she'll remember in a different way. Someone she'll realize she'll never be able to have again. Additionally, remember that your identity is also reinforced by your routines and behaviors. So, get out of that same old routine and experience new environments, meet new people, and create connections that add value to your journey. Invest in yourself, in your appearance, in your mental and physical health. Because this, my friend, is true self-building, a process in which you become your own best company, and eventually someone so complete that anyone, including her, will feel the difference. Every new step in this direction proves that you're changing for yourself, not for external approval. And over time, you won't just build a new identity. You'll become someone who no longer needs the past to feel fulfilled. So start today, because this new you won't build itself. Number 4, explosive confidence and your achievements. Now that you're creating a new identity, it's time to build confidence that's unshakable. And no, confidence isn't just posture and a smile in the mirror. It's about achieving real things that make you proud and lead you to admire yourself. Want to become someone she can't forget? Build a life she never imagined you'd have. But not for her. For you. Start small, but start. Daily and weekly goals that become small victories in your career, your health, your knowledge. Want to transform your body? Take training seriously. Want to grow professionally? Look for courses, certifications, chase opportunities that seemed out of reach. Each small victory takes you one step closer to a level of confidence that needs no validation from anyone, least of all her. As you accumulate achievements, that confidence grows naturally. And the best part is that you'll start to feel that this confidence doesn't depend on other people's opinions. It comes from things you achieved on your own merit, from the challenges you overcame, and from the effort you put into yourself. This is what truly makes someone stand out. Someone who has nothing to prove because they already know their own worth. Number 5, the power of silence and distance. Now that you're in the process of transformation, here's a step many underestimate. The power of silence and distance. Yes, you heard that right. Many people think that to be noticed, they need to make noise, show off on social media, or make a splash. But the truth is that silence is one of the most powerful tools you have to value yourself and leave others, including her, curious. Silence means you don't need constant validation. By keeping a certain distance and a bit of mystery about what you're doing, you gain something rare: respect. Because while you're quiet, focused on yourself and what really matters, she will notice. People notice. And ironically, when you stop seeking attention, it's exactly when you start receiving it. It's not about disappearing aimlessly. It's about creating space for your new version to speak for itself without relying on comments, likes, or anyone else's opinion. It shows that you have bigger priorities and are in control of your own narrative. So, practice strategic distancing. Focus on your journey of self-confidence and growth without having to shout it to the world. The impact that silence creates is strong and real, and when she realizes your absence, regret begins to take shape. Because you're no longer there, available as before. You've become someone with his own life, and that's what makes the difference. Number 6, the reflection of transformation and her regret. At this stage, you've gone through several phases of this transformation, and the impact is starting to show. And you know what? This impact is inevitable, both for you and for those who observe from the outside. People around you, and of course her, will notice the difference. Because what you're building is something real, solid, and not just a superficial change. And this isn't just about her missing you. It's about you becoming someone so complete and self-sufficient that it makes anyone think twice about what they lost. This is the reflection of all your effort. You've grown in all areas, distanced yourself from external expectations, and built a new identity. The transformation is now visible, and this is what will cause that subtle, deep impact, a kind of silent regret. She'll notice that the guy she left behind isn't the same anymore, and that perhaps she let slip away someone who has become impossible to ignore. Moreover, it's natural for her to start questioning. What if he always had this potential and I didn't see it? Did I miss out on being with someone truly unique? And it's not just her. Anyone who doubted or underestimated you will feel the same. Because now you're someone who not only values himself, but is valued by everything he has achieved. But the big question here is, will you still want that? Or has the path you've taken shown you that, in reality, the one who lost wasn't you? That's the power of genuine transformation. And it's natural for her to start wondering, what if he always had this potential and I didn't see it? Did I lose the chance to be with someone truly unique? And it's not just her. Anyone who doubted or underestimated you will feel the same way. Because now, you're someone who not only values himself, but is also valued for everything he's achieved. But the big question now is, do you even want that anymore? Or has the path you've taken shown you that the one who lost out wasn't you? That's the power of genuine transformation. It turns the past from a need into just a memory of who you used to be. Someone who's not coming back. We've reached the end of the journey, and now look back at the whole process. It wasn't easy, it wasn't fast, but each step brought you to where you are now, building something no one can take from you, an authentic, self-sufficient, and confident version of yourself. Everything you've achieved isn't just a response to what happened, it's a solid foundation that will support you in the future. The truth is, this true transformation wasn't for her or to be noticed by others. It was for you. Because in the end, all this effort gave you more than just a chance to be remembered. It gave you the power to choose what really matters to you. And now, the question isn't if she'll miss you. The question is if you even want that past back in your life. So, keep moving forward with this strength, because now you understand the value of being someone who doesn't need the past to feel complete. And when doubts come, remember, you're no longer chasing after anyone. You're building the future, and what comes next depends solely on you. If this video opened your mind and gave you the push you needed, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Here I get straight to the point and tell you what you really need to hear to transform your life for real, with no fluff. Share it with that friend who also needs this reality check, and comment below what you think of this journey. See you in the next video, and let's work together to build a version of ourselves that will never be forgotten.